Come on, you know what I want.
I need to know what really makes you go.
Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always a high season when we in our Lord's state, you know what I'm saying? I'm Party Boy Lawrence, also known Deez. For another episode of I Need to Know with my special guest,
Gary Archer.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, you know, I'm blessed, loving life.
For sure, man. Tell these motherfuckers what you do and who you are, man.
I mean, it's a long list. So let's just say when I was little, you know how they got coloring books? I was real good at the dot-to-dot books.
Like that?
The dot-to-dot. So I'm like a good, real connecting the dot type of dude.
Like that. What's the biggest dot you connecting right now?
Right now, it's probably my tech company right now, my biggest dot I'm connecting right now. We got some patents with this new feedback system for music, and it's really about to transfer over to all platforms.
How long you been working on that?
Come on, man. Been working on it probably about 6 years. In the background, it's called Gauger.
Okay.
Gaugr. Don't just like it, gauge it. It's the evolution of the like button, basically.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, say if I go to a restaurant, right? And then the hamburger come out, and I hit the gauge, and then it tell me if it's 4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars.
So this is what I thought. Let me just start how we did it, and then we'll talk. I'll completely answer that question right now.
Let's go.
So the reason for this, there's 2 major reasons why. So I have an app. Download it in your favorite app store right now, Gauger, Gaugr. So once you download the app, it's made for the music community or fans. So you download the app and you make a profile, either an artist, a DJ, a manager, a fan, and now you have access to the platform. Artists could upload their music or put their videos on there, and then people could look at them. And we have you could like it, but we have a button called the gauge. So now you could gauge it. Now, if it's a song, instead of having stars or I like it, it's because when you like something, as a business owner, it's really just ego driven. Oh, they liked it. That felt good. Now I can't. How do I plan my business around that? I don't know what you liked about it or how much you even liked that. So we thought about the like button in the music, and I'm like, man, if we could find a way to split that up. So we came up with swipe, don't type. So now we have 4 main categories of music. One is how much do I like the beat? How much do I like the lyrics? How much do I like the hook? And do I think it's a hit or not? And it's a 0 to 100 slide bar. It ain't no stars. So now you're touching it, really feeling really feeling how you feel about it. And, you notice people really taking their opinion back. So that's where it started. I was really trying to get feedback from the biggest DJs. Because, I do music, I put people's music out, and I'm the one that tries to connect the dots with everyone's music career. So going around this country, back when you used to have to send records to people, we used to be able to call them on the phone. And when you call someone on the phone, like me and you, LDs, got on the phone, we're going to talk about the record. I'm going to discuss it with you. You're going to have about 5-10 minutes of my time because I respect you. You respect me. I'm answering the phone. I'm going to give you that. You could send me the same song in the email. I might listen to the song, but I'm not going to type, 2 paragraphs like our conversation would be. So I started noticing my big ass friends that are DJs. I stopped getting conversations with them, and I thought I was winning when I could send someone a song in the email. Right? This is 2001, 2002. You're like, oh shit, I could send a song in the email. I'm winning. I don't have to spend money no more. We used to have to spend money to break records. So then we do that and realize, we can't get the feedback we wanted. So this few years later, it's like, I went through all my notes and realized these are the 4 things they always talked about. So if we can make it easy for the big guy to give me feedback, the middle guy is going to care, right? Bring the feedback right back. Another thing that's exclusive, not just the gauge or the swiping, we own patents on all that, is we're also the Uber of feedback. So let's say I'm an artist and I have my music uploaded and I have no fans. I have no way of getting a hold of no one. I try, but no one's really going and engaging my stuff. There's a rocket ship right there on the app next to your post, and you hit it and poof, you blast off, and now you could pick anyone on the panel to listen to your record, and they're going to listen to your record and use this gauge technology to give you feedback on your record instantaneously, like you're calling an Uber.
That shit is dope, man.
So starting with that, we built that and started realizing, damn, the whole world needs a better feedback system. Holy shit. We're looking at Yelp, and I'm like, fuck, I go to restaurants. I'm in New York. I type in, I ask my wife, what you want to eat? Mexican food. I type in Mexican food, and there's like 400 restaurants with 4.5 stars. I still know I can't just randomly pick one of these restaurants. Even though it's 4.5 stars, I got to open up and why is it 4.5 stars? But imagine a restaurant gauge that says ambiance, service, value, and food quality.
Yeah.
So now as a patron, I'm looking at it. Now I'm filtering myself out. I'm like, yo, babe, what you care about? Oh, shit, I want good-ass food and dope ambiance. We'll fuck with the service. It don't matter. So now I could instantly know what the restaurant's great at. And as a restaurant, you know what you're great at and what you could improve at. And that's because right now the current system and feedback on Yelp is either I had the worst time of my fucking life, and that's why I'm about to type these 4.5 paragraphs and put times on there and hell if fucking die. Or I had the best time of my life, and that person's thing is about a little less, way less than that. And who are we missing? The main customer, the person that's not giving us feedback because they don't hate it or love it. It's right in the middle. So if we make it easy for them to tell me, oh shoot, my food quality is only like 65. Fuck, we could work on that. Even though we're packed. Fuck, we can improve this, get better at this. We're already good at this. So you know how to repeat things you're good at and change the things you're not. So also, just so everyone knows, we're talking with Hulu, Yelp, as like I said, Pandora, Spotify, Lyft, Uber, Expedia, Priceline. These are the companies we're talking about the gauge. So like we're going to license this gauge out so people could use it. We're now at the stage you could have a custom gauge. So like, hey, let's say I'm a presidential debater, like running for president, and I have something I want to talk about. I could put it out on my Twitter and be like, what do y'all think about it? And have these changed 4 categories to whatever I want it to be, or anything of that nature. Or if I'm a car dealership or I'm going to put a new color out, what you guys think? What you know about this? An easy way to grab this feedback, and we're about to change the world with it, just so everyone know. Gauger, G-A-U-G-R.
I like that.
And within next month, you're going to start being able to gauge restaurants, car dealerships, all these sort of things on the app.
Yeah.
So, I hate to say that we're the new Yelp, but I'm just saying it's about to be mainly.
I'm not mad at you. I mean, shit, you could put that shit on the prostitute host roll. That shit.
Everything, and that's the beautiful part about it is you could take it and make the gauge whatever you want. The 4 pillars that matter in your business.
For sure.
And you have the ability to change it anytime you want it.
That's dope, man.
Right on.
That's dope, man.
But yeah, that's my biggest dot right now, bro.
For
I'm rocking.
sure. So what are some of the past things that you doing? I know for a fact that you was managing.
Managing, yes. Really, I was running record labels, and because of that, like what a lot of artists feel like, I need a manager, but you don't need a manager until there's something to manage. What you need is to get out there and become popular.
Gotcha.
So me running a record label and, for instance, signing Fab when he was like 18, 19 years old, figuring out this dude's too dope. How do we show the world this? He didn't need a manager, even though I was managing him. What we needed to do is come up with the illest marketing plan and change the world, which what we did. So by doing that, turned into, wow, people used to seeing me there. So we're figuring out the business together. I knew more than him, but I was figuring out all the managing stuff with him, because I can't know how to be a manager really unless I've done something big, because when it comes up, I can't act like I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I help a lot of people, but actually on paper, I was never even Fab's manager. Me and Fab owned the company together.
Gotcha. What company was that?
Forever After Bread.
Gotcha. And that was like, what, in 02?
We started in 03. He was signed to Straight Hits, which was me and my brother's label at the time, Jazzy Jim, big time DJ. Shout out to Jazzy. And, so that right there launched me into becoming who I am in this Bay Area music scene, besides the early days when it was DJs, because my brother's a big DJ and I used to be part of that scene like in the 80s. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't resurge until like 2002, 2003. And been going hard since.
Gotcha.
And been involved in a lot of people's careers, from Fab to Jacka to Messy Marv to Mac Dre to the whole Deez camp to just a lot of people like Roach Gigs. These are people that Haji Springers, the Gorilla Pits, So all these, helping other people maneuver. Because once I learn it, I feel like I got to teach it.
Yeah.
Where I'm from is, you know it, you owe it. These new hustlers talking about, games to be sold, not to be told. And I'm like, well, you a sucker. I get it. You don't give the game away to strangers. You shouldn't even sell it to them.
Yeah.
You a greedy motherfucker. That's our game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I'm from, our neighborhood get that game. Like, that's us.
Yeah.
So as I learn, I try to increase my circle that I know people that work hard. Talent, to me, is the most wasted commodity on the planet.
Talent?
Talent. It's the most wasted. You know what I mean? There's so much fear attached to talent.
What do you mean? Explain.
So being talented before it matters is fun.
Got you.
Real fun.
Got you.
I'm the best basketball player. Hella fun. Hella fun. I'm playing pickup games before I'm on the school team. I'm out there just dunking on fools. I'm just going crazy. The school just loved me. And all of a sudden, now it's time to tryouts, and I'm a freshman. But everyone knows I'm the illest ball player, but I'm not the illest. They don't give me the stage to show off my talent at first. So I'm more talented than the stage is in front of me. So a lot of talent has all this energy when they realize their talent, but it starts to wear on them. Wear on them, meaning I can never get my break. So they start to blame it on breaks instead of they forgot that, if they look back, they're hella further than they were. So the fear is I'd rather be, it's like Hook Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's too much pressure.
That's right.
To actually do this amongst the big boys. There's no more the kid from down the block. It's your competition is no longer that.
Yeah.
Once I'm fucking with you and you decide to take it seriously, because that's I'm not even gonna give you the game if you want to play with it. Because at the end of the day, this is some serious shit, and it's set up for you to lose.
Kind of like when motherfuckers be dating for 25 years or 10 years, then when they finally get married, the pressure of the actual title in the marriage, motherfuckers break up. Y'all just been
That
playing
shit
house. Y'all just playing house for motherfucking 25 years. Then y'all got married after that. And now it ain't shit.
I mean, because you know why they were second guessing themselves the whole time. That's why they didn't get married early, like their grandparents did. So if
your grandparents did.
I'm just saying, if you or you're game goofy, you don't see it and you let them ones go.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people do that too. They want what's best for their friends think instead of what's best for them. So they find themselves in weird situations.
Yeah.
I've been married 25 years.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Married, not playing house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I take it serious. We got no kids. And I'm just so if you love someone, you're supposed to make that commitment. And women should make men do it, and men should do the same. You shouldn't play with the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids growing up without parents.
That's right.
And that's bullshit. Yeah, one parent could do it, but that parent got to do so much extra shit that they can't do the other shit that parents do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Which is actually raise this child from birth, really nurture a child. Children ain't nurtured no more. That's why people growing up hating the world, talking about fuck everything, fuck that.
Yeah.
Kids is cussing everyone out that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's because there's no more connection.
Yeah.
No more connection, and it's because the people that have authority are scared to use it. That's what I think. Period. Because my block ain't like that.
Yeah. That's real though. And part of this social media shit is crazy because the internet makes the world smaller, but it also makes the motherfucker next to you further away.
Period.
I mean, I'm sitting up there, I'm chilling, on a motherfucking date or something, and this motherfucker is on the phone part of the time, and I'm like, damn, what is this, a three-way? I'm an old school motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I am a old school motherfucker, I start feeling like my game week. If you on the phone too motherfucking long, I got something to be.
Come on,
Somewhere
man.
to be. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, y'all from the era too. I'm OG too. So the OG carries certain values. Some do.
Yeah.
And a lot of OGs our age that had the game are in jail or dead because they chose to use it for other things, because survival mode as a kid, you use your talents for what you're good at.
Yeah.
Some people are good at organizing and all this stuff, and that's why they get caught up in the wrong things, whether it's pimping, selling dope,
Yeah.
stealing, robbing, or, putting gangs together. These are things that at a young age, they teach you get what you can. There's not enough for everyone else. And to me, I think it's backwards, right? So, I just know the more you give, the more you get. And
That's right.
and I just think that's missing right now, because then people is dead or in jail, and a lot of women is raising kids by themselves. A lot of men are doing the same, as well as some are doing great co-parenting. And I'm just saying, just that's to me is why there ain't a lot of stuff sticking. because they don't have to. Like, it's the microwave society, and it's because we let it be that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what moved them, it's just not my brand, right? And I just know that's the internet gives you an opportunity to say, it gives an opportunity for unpopular people to pretend they're popular, right?
Yeah.
The popular people already can't start getting up on the internet and doing this game goofy shit that these other people are doing, because people know these people. People know you in real life. You have an audience. Motherfucker follow you on Instagram and they know you from the apartments. You can't walk outside and be like, bro, stop that weak ass shit you doing over there. Yeah. Bro, you're my fucking neighbor, right? But this motherfucker, like, I don't know no one. I know 12 people on the planet. Mm-hmm. So I could fucking pretend like I'm this other dude and end up with these, I just know, like, I'm from the hip hop world where it was left for you to express yourself, but let that be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be a sucker with it, right? Yeah. Don't be biting, bro. Like, don't be stealing my style. Don't be my rhythms. All that shit is where I'm from is like get you beat up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's when people used to fight. So I guess we handle shit beating everyone up. Now you're like, no, I'm just going to shoot people and I just want to be right. Yeah. I didn't fight because I wanted to be right. I fought because I was frustrated. I'm like, you ain't going to act like I'm some punk out here.
Yeah, that's real.
And I'm not going to stand up and let you shoot me to try to be out like I'm not a punk. It's a different world now.
So how do you feel about some of the things that the hip-hop culture has opened itself up to nowadays that wasn't, quote-unquote, the status quo like in the 90s, like the sexual shit, like gay and men cross-dressing and shit like that? Expand on that, Gary.
I think if it wasn't packaged in a way to show it off, I think it would go a lot further. There's been some gay people in hip hop already, but they wasn't talking their sexuality. There's been plenty of rappers that never talked about their girlfriend or boyfriend. Like that's like, hip hop is not a force your belief on me. It's say your piece, right? So like, I'm with everything that you want to be. You create your audience, go do it. Right? To me, it's different though. It's not the same music that I get into, right? Like, I'm not mad at this new generation. That's dope. But like, I heard another show you have that there's going to be very few classics 5 or 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And that's because of this internet thing you're talking about. There's no belonging to it, no ownership. Mm-hmm. Like Sway did the thing downtown Oakland, the Sway Fest the other day, and he had.
Was you there?
I was there.
Okay.
So he had people from Oakland performing. Fab wasn't the biggest artist performing that day, but Fab performed. When Fab got on stage, the crowd went the biggest mania to New Oakland. You know why? Not because that's their favorite song, because that's their song. Mm-hmm. Like, they own that. They feel ownership in that.
Of course.
These new kids are never going to have a kid feeling ownership in it. It's just trendy to fuck with it.
Gotcha.
Hear me? And that's what it is. And I just know that the more you can include these people other than just a video, like, that's a great start. Getting into your life, showing vlogs, talking to them. So now you hear what they talk about. They have any sense in their mind.
Yeah.
But then the reality is, if I got a chance to touch you in real life, like that changes people's life.
Yeah.
I realized with Mac Dre and Fab, as we was running around, like, a handshake to you could be a lifetime memory to someone else.
Definitely.
So don't fuck it up. And a lot of these new rappers don't understand this. They're like, oh no, they know me from Instagram. I could act like an asshole out here. Instead of saying, yo, I just don't take no shit, but I see you, I'm humble.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong. The humble game right now is hella slippery. No one's really humble. And the ones that are the biggest motherfucking artists out.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z, like giant mother Nas, like these Ice Cube, like Dr. Dre, like Scarface. These motherfuckers like are humble. Khaled in real life, like real life, these is humble giants, and people don't understand that you get way more flies with sugar than shit.
That's real.
You know what I mean? And that's what they don't understand. They're like, nah, this is my gimmick. There's a lot of people gimmicking their way in, and it's not gonna stick. Unless it take off, and that's what it is. But I just know there's a less chance of not creating something that you believe in. And you know what I mean? And if I think it's a gimmick, then you didn't do your job if it's really you. Right? Mm-hmm. That's all, no matter what you're saying. And hip hop's to let you say and do what you want.
So I gotta ask you a question that's a little bit left, but it's still on the same subject. Right now, is it safe to say that there's the most rich rappers that there's ever been?
Ever on the planet. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. But because it made it so easy to put, so the way people made money before in rap when it came out, like in the 80s and the early 90s, the reason the reason there was a lot of rappers with money then is because there wasn't a lot of rappers out, right? It cost money to rap back then. You had to get real money. Studios cost hella money to get in.
Yeah.
So to actually put a project out, you had some money. So it was it eliminated a lot of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So once it became almost free to put records out, it started flooding the market. And that's why without social media,
Okay.
there would be not nowhere near as many rich rappers as there was back then. But because of social media, you have a chance to show the world and then point to it, which means you get to carry your store around with you.
Yeah.
Where we from, having a dope album is one thing, having an album that people want to buy is another, but the hardest part is getting it into the store wherever they fucking live around this world, from the store owner to believe enough to order an album so this motherfucker could even walk in and buy it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So we took the store to neighborhoods, and that's what I'm saying. If you could only be amazing in person.
Yeah.
And if you're not amazing, this might not be for you. That's all I'm saying. Like this is still the show business.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Show a motherfucker something.
People call it the music business, but it's really not. It's the show business.
Uh-huh.
Your music's your soundtrack. And a lot of people get that messed up. They want to push their soundtrack out and then, promise to show people the movie.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I ain't never bought a soundtrack, or if I ain't seen the movie.
Motherfucking movie.
And if I love the movie, I might fuck with every song on that soundtrack because I love the movie. So people really take that, they forget that part of the game.
Yeah.
If people love you, they will do something for you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? There's a reason Pimpin' and Hoeing took off. It wasn't always the most ambitious bitch. It was the bitch not doing so well, and it was an ambitious pimp.
That's right.
That brought her from somewhere to made her be somewhere, feel like something.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget about that. You got to make your fan feel important, and then they're going to show up. That's why Tech Nine's fans show up. They know it don't go without them.
And when it comes to that pimping and hoeing shit, if you don't know, you could definitely gauge her.
Come on, you could definitely gauge her for sure. For sure.
You know I had to. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Speaking of gauging real quick, shout out my co-founder, man. Anthony Jones, the CEO of the company, co-founder. He's a gangster.
Spit his number out. Shit like Mike Jones. You know his number off the head?
Nah, we don't have his number, but follow him on Instagram it's Gauger _GAUGR _ and check us out, man. If you dope, bro, just so you know, me, I'm Gary Archer, at Legend Gary Archer.
Yeah.
Not legendary, that's Legend Gary Archer.
Okay.
On Instagram, or just type in Gary Archer and I'm popping up. I'm probably the first 5 things on Google. I don't mean to pop my collar, but I'm from Oakland, man. So we pop a little bit. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, so anything you need, man, I'm there. I'm not a sucker. So I'm gonna let you 1 or 2 question me.
So I gotta ask you a question real quick. That was the 1 or 2 questions for y'all, not me.
No, yeah. I'm here to answer some questions, but I just know I had a lot of information before we even get to our questions that's to put you in something.
Who, when you think about Bay Area hip hop, because you've been around a minute and you've been in the industry, who are the 3 most hardest working individuals that came up bottom to the top that you seen?
Master P.
Okay, I thought you might have said that.
MC Hammer.
I thought you was gonna say that.
Rap group.
Anything,
Anything?
Yeah, like any.
Okay, Sway Calloway.
Sway Calloway? Hardest working motherfuckers that you seen?
From the bottom to the top, to be able to work, hella hard working, but actually came from dirt, came from an idea, and came from a space when it was hard to do the things they do now. It wasn't like we could, right now we're in a room doing a dope ass podcast, which is dope. Having the ability to do this in Oakland, you would have to go to New York, LA, or Chicago to do something like this.
Gotcha.
Right? And, to take it from an idea from a rapper, really, he used to be a rapper. Him and King Tech had a group.
Yeah,
King
Tech and Sway.
Yes, but they had a group, They put rap records out. They had a deal. And then boom, they realized there ain't enough love for rappers, so they started the Wake Up Show.
That's right.
And little by little, he done built his own platforms and took over little by fucking little, which to me is amazing. Like I call it pioneers and settlers. Hear me? I'm a pioneer like one of them. So like we do something that's never been fucking done, and then we set it up for the settlers to come on in.
Speaking of being a pioneer meaning the first motherfucker to do something, I was having a conversation with somebody. Would you agree or disagree that Too Short is one of the fathers of rap?
Absolutely.
Absolutely agree?
For multiple reasons, though, but absolutely.
Okay.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
And his contribution to rap,
Okay.
even if, like, it's one of the things that bother me a lot. I'm glad you brought up Too Short. It bothers me a fucking lot that people downplay Too Short a lot. They're like, oh, we just keep the same style. And I'm like, wow. I said, fuck. That's crazy. Guns N' Roses ain't never changed their style. Like you guys are crazy. Like, this dude's a mega fucking giant.
Yes.
Too Short was the first person on the planet to rap the way he did on a record.
Yep.
Like people wasn't cussing on records. They act like motherfuckers cussing on records. Like they were not letting you cuss on records.
Well, you know what's crazy? Because I got a few things to say about Too Short. For one, Too Short is a rapper that did songs with the most other famous rappers.
Ain't no one on the from anywhere. How about this? No rapper from anywhere on the planet, let alone from here. Anyone on the planet has did more songs with the giantest people on the fucking planet.
Another thing about Too Short. If I need Too Short on a song and I can't get Too Short, then I just can't get Too Short. But if I want to pimp like Sugar Free and I can't afford Sugar Free, then I could get Drew Down. If I can't afford Ice Cube, but I need somebody to give you that effect, I could possibly get Mac 10 or Dub C. But if I can't get Short, I can't get Short. And this is the last thing. I'm riding down the street and I'm like, damn. I remember when Too Short and LL Cool J was both my favorite rappers. And God said, they're both named Todd. I said, yeah, they have that in common. He said, but they're also the same motherfucker. I said, what do you mean? He said, they both want to fuck the girl in her pie, and it's Too Short is just saying bitch, and LL's just being smooth about it. They're the same motherfucker.
Period.
One is just a playboy, one is just a pimp.
One wanted to be a superstar, and one really didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite Short album?
Maybe Born to Mac.
Born to Mac.
I have I'm couple songs from before Born to Mac, like, you know what I mean? Like Dope Fiend beat was like one of the most insane things I ever heard in my life when it came out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, the other song, that made him bigger, when the Dope Fiend beat came out,
yeah.
when them bitches was talking shit to him and he was going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even.
Oh, you talking about Don't Fight the Feeling?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
When the bitches was like,
they was gassing.
So like I'm from the Roxanne era.
Gotcha.
Where Roxanne, like when they came out with the Roxanne song.
That was the most dub song. That was the most dub song.
And then all of a sudden Roxanne's like, fuck them.
Yeah.
They didn't do shit, suckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just like create like hip hop was like people think it's beef back then. It's like hip hop started brag rap. Like if you understand where it came from, it's brag rap. Like, and it's really sigging, capping.
Yeah.
That it started like I'm looking at you like, oh, you hella phony. Like, and all of a sudden people started putting rhymes to it because of the music. Like it's a relationship you have with people around you. That the music was created for your friends when it started.
Yep.
And a lot of people got in the way of that, and artists forgot about that to be artists, right? And it's like the DJs nowadays. Like there's some incredible DJs, and then there's DJs that don't have a fucking clue of what's going on. And I'm just saying that DJs where I'm from cared about what fucking being the first to play something they thought was great. Nowadays, a lot of people want to wait for the world to validate something before, like, oh no, I only play the hits. I'm like, if we could get a jukebox and hit shuffle on that, like a DJ is supposed to play the hits, but a real good DJ really plays the songs that he wants you to hear that he thinks is gonna be something.
Gotcha.
And that's what DJs did back then. There was no hits. Like, it was all break beats, and his friend was rapping.
Yeah.
Like, so the party was like, that's what made it dope. And then it started moving around, right? That's all. Once the Sugar Hill Gang did their song, it took that type of song before you had a chance to do something for 10 years, 9 years, until Run DMC and the Beastie Boys and that whole little section started bubbling out. And I'm just saying that people forget where this came from, and I get it because they're brand new. They was just born. But understand, this started like when rock and roll started. Like, it's the same type of thing that it's never going to last. It's not going to do that. What are you doing? It's too simple. And understand that you can't take a language away. And hip hop was a language for a lot of people, and now it took over the whole culture. And the reason a lot of people still that are older don't like it because they never took the time to understand it. And that's the problem with most things. Like I'm sure a lot of people don't put out music that they think it sucks. But a lot of people value their time nowadays. Since music's free, it's not as important to listen to a free something.
That's right.
So there has to be some value into it. To me, especially someone like me, like, oh shit, you know how many DMs, like, here, watch my video, da 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 da. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. How would I even be Gary Archer if I listened to every fucking thing?
That's right.
So not that I don't want to find the next dopest. I click some, boom, boom, boom. I have certain times a week that I actually go through everything. My wife hates it. I listen to music all the fucking time. New music. I don't even trip on the new shit. I trip on authenticness. If you authentic and you come from a space that I feel is special, I want to show it off to the world. That's just what I want to do. It's like, I'm cool. Money's cool. Like, I bought a house in the hyphy movement. Shit's cool. Yeah. It's not about that. It's about being fucking amazing. What happened to being dope? Like, first day of school shit. Like, if you ain't doing it for that, I'm like, that's all I'm saying. You got to come from a space like, I'm trying to change the world with this. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. If you're like, I just want to rap to kind of make some money. Dope. That's not going to get away with me because Gary Archer pulls in my 25 years of music business favors for people, which in turn moves you up the fucking line.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh shit, I was way back here, couldn't get in. Now you're backstage talking to someone. And the first thing you want to fucking do is hand them a fucking CD, you idiot. Obviously, I know this dude. Like, why not get to know this dude first?
Yeah.
Let me tell him you do music. Like, people like want to jump over the plug.
Gotcha.
And that's so I don't let a lot of people in my magic. Like I got magic. I'm like a magician for real.
Yeah.
Like but it's never magic to the magician, and I'm the magician on me. And if I feel like you found your magic, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, and you know what I mean. It don't got to be dark before I see a star. And on some real ass player shit, like that's my biggest thing is I see it, and then I help like, whew, and then I'm like, well, okay, boom. Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Sit back and wait for the fucking boat to come, or do we build a boat?
That's right.
Oh, build a boat. That might take us 5 years, or we could sit here for the rest of our life. You want to build a boat? You don't have to build it, but you ain't getting on the fucking boat. And that's all I'm saying. We was building the boat. A lot of people during this thing that happened, like when the Mac Dre, the Fab, the Deez, and everything we doing, the Jackas, and everything was moving. We was moving. Hustler, Pretty Black Before We Die, we tracks 1 million. We moving as a unit. We're going around the country doing shows, like, and then it didn't move past that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't move past that because everyone became big enough to do their own shit, and that's cool. That's cool because we all helped each other become who we were. But the thing is, once you split it up, you didn't know if they like if we're saying a car, you didn't know if they like the back of the car, the music.
Gotcha.
So like you might not, and then in turn it fucks people up. It fucks people up inside. So I'm just saying that when you dope and incredible and amazing, I want to show the world that shit, no matter what.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you, when you think about it moving, right? When the hyphy movement got broke up, is that what you were saying, or where everybody went their separate ways?
Not on purpose. Everyone became big enough to sustain their own shit. From Jay Styling to Filthy. Filthy was still coming up right then. That's when he got out of jail, and he was with us too. Like Stevie Joe was with it. Like all these people was from Oakland, different spots. The ones that was kind of moving, San Quins, like we was all moving as a team because we was smart enough to be like, oh, I got a show. I'm gonna make. Instead of letting them do any opening acts, I'm telling them that I'm bringing these other people, and then we find a way to get other people their rap money.
Yeah.
And whoever got the show, the other people got less money than the person that got the show. It all started working itself out. Then it became where we all became big enough to do our own shows.
Yeah.
And now there wasn't enough money for 5 people to get 10 bands.
Yeah.
Right? But there was always enough for each one of us to go out and get 10 bands somewhere, 15 bands, 20 bands. Right? You know what I mean? We started off with, can I get a mic? Like, people don't, like, people discredit that movement a lot, especially people that don't understand it. But hyphy ain't what people think.
Yeah.
Like, hyphy is mania. Like, it's crazy shit. They done disguised it, put some sugar on the medicine. Like, it's a real act of lawlessness is what hyphy mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hyphy to me was like crunk, but crunk was like get drunk out of college music. Hyphy was pop a pill, drop out of high school music.
I mean, the pop a pill part was a part of it, but I think the biggest part of it is people felt like they belonged.
Yeah.
So it was like when breaking was out in the Bay Area. When before that, it was like the early '80s, right before crack cocaine came out. So there was a lot of heroin and shit out. Kids start fighting because once you stop playing sports together, that's when real fucking funk starts happening. Growing up, there ain't no funk really because you play on sports teams with people from across town. You know, they grandma, they aunties, and once you become an age and you start fucking with each other every day, now there's new kids that come in. Now there be problems, right?
Yeah.
So like the whole thing about what was you saying about the movement?
Was it I looked at like hyphy kind of it was like pop a pill music.
So pop a pill, what it really was letting a kid know that I could go crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have to be, my manners don't have to be what I get around people. It's like almost like mosh pit music.
Yeah. I used to have a lot of good times at Mingles. You ever heard of Mingles?
Nah, I never heard of Mingles. Mingles is one of the first places in Oakland that let us rock. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yep.
You know what I mean? And you know that was, we don't have nothing like that. And that's why Fab does the events he does, because there's no culture in the Bay Area in music because these phones make it incredible, but it makes it where I really don't have to get in front of my local audience.
Yeah.
Back before, you had to be the biggest shit moving in your neighborhood before you even thought about doing something somewhere else.
Yep.
Now that's not it's not as relevant. But if you do that, now you could become like a Jeezy, like these motherfuckers that, yo, he's a neighborhood superstar before this, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, a lot of these neighborhood superstars try to put their young homie on, and they just waste a lot of money.
Gotcha.
Because the young homie ain't trying to do too much.
So I got to ask you a question. What exactly was your relationship like? How close were you with the Jacka before he passed?
I want to say hang out with him every single day for the last 8 or 9 months straight. You know what I mean? Jacka's Dominic is such an incredible motherfucking human, and that's why Jacka had the impact he has, is because people love that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And the reason they do is because he made people feel special. No matter if you're big or little, it didn't matter to him. He's such a in the moment type guy, and that's something that a lot of people should strive to be. I do that without trying. He does it without trying. Fab do that shit. Dre used to do that shit. And it's I don't need to be the freshest in the room and tell you. Like that's when that sucker shit. Like a lot of people like, hey, I'm so-and-so, check me out. You know what I mean? Jacka and everyone walk around and see someone like, what's up, dog? Jacka, how you doing? They be like, come on, bro. Fucking Jacka. Stop. Why would you say that? I know you're Jacka. But that person for the rest of their life is what? Telling that fucking story.
Yeah.
And that's what's so special about Jack. Not besides how fucking talented he was, you know what I mean? And he always cared about a moment. He's like a in the moment type dude, and that's why when he got shot, he's just in the moment. He's in the moment. He just got the keys to his new spot, and he was supposed to be in the Hayward Hills. Had just got the keys that day. That's like the way this shit moved. Like. He went over to the studio to tell him, bro, we about to shut the studio down. We don't gotta be up over here no more. Like on some, it's the crazy shit the way the world work, bro. It's just like insane shit, and that shit make me hella mad.
Yeah.
Cause not just him, he gave inspiration to so many.
Yeah.
And when you take that away, a lot of people like, why am I even living no more? Like and once you're in a position of like that, a lot of people don't take it as serious as they should. Mm-hmm. And like Jacka did.
Yeah.
Very fucking serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't just his music. The music was the soundtrack to a lot of people's friendships.
Yeah, definitely. Because I have a very, this guy that's like my cousin named Fam Cirque. He's very close with the Jacka. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He does hooks. And I remember Fam was doing a hook for him in San Francisco. And that's when I met Freeway. Because Freeway and the Jacka was close.
Absolutely.
And then I'm from 39th and Martin Luther King. Between Martin Luther King and West, and Lee Majors is from Dogtown, but he's also kind of from 37th with his brother Ramin, and I think they're really close.
Absolutely.
Lee Majors in the Jacka.
Definitely for a big period of time, they was super close.
Yeah.
For sure. For surely. Like, he was a good friend picker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I try to pride myself on that too, but like, being a good friend picker will save your life and put you in great positions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like the secret sauce. On top of being cool and humble and showing up on time and respecting people's space and all that shit, be a good friend picker, bro. Don't let people inside your life too much where it's going to break your heart when they fucking not who you think they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that happens in the music industry all the time. Like, you finally, someone call you back and you're like, oh, I heard your record, that's dope, I'm going to play it on Friday. And then you run around and tell 100 people they didn't play it on Friday and he don't play it.
Yeah.
That kid that was waiting for that,
Yeah.
it was just the DJ just forgot maybe.
Yeah.
But this kid is like, all his friends like, dude, you hella boosie, bro. He played your ass, bro. You have us all out here listening to the fucking radio. We don't listen to the radio no more.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It ruins his whole shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of people tell you what they gonna do in this industry, man.
That's
Don't
right.
talk about until that shit's damn near done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When someone say it's gonna happen, that's when you start saying it might happen. You don't even bring it up until you know that someone said it's gonna happen.
I'm the same way. Like, if somebody say that I'm going to be on a show, I don't say that shit till I'm at sound check damn near. Everything is a might.
I mean, I got that email confirmation with my hotel thing. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm swoop. I'm up out of here.
It's past
but
the
it's
name
hard.
on the flyer,
but
yeah.
when you so nothing, when you're such a nothing,
Yeah.
trying to come up and your friends think you dope, any information that you could add to the gumbo pot, you can't wait to bring it back. So
right.
it's hard to filter that shit.
Yeah.
You saying you're doing that now.
Yeah, and I'm older now.
Imagine you being 19 or something like
16.
all of a sudden,
damn it.
all of a sudden you're over there watching, you're over at the Laugh Factory, and Eddie Murphy's like, "Do you hella funny, bro? You want to fuck with me on the road?" You be like, "For real?" You be like, "Man, I'm about to go to the next city, bro. Go to Sacramento. I'm be in Portland, Seattle. I'm gonna stop back by my way back to LA." You would be telling the fucking world.
I'll be telling the
Because how
world.
can you not? Because you want to believe it. One, it's like the girl that's with the dude that knows she fucking dude's cheating like a motherfucker, but she's like,
right.
I don't want to believe that shit. That's my player partner. I'll fuck with him. He about to come home and treat me right. And instead of just saying, oh, I know he cheat, because she's still saying he not. Like
Yeah.
that's the part that fucked me up. Like,
Yeah.
but that's what love do.
That is.
That's what being in someone's movie do.
Yeah.
Like, you could have a small part in someone's movie, and you'll make all your friends gather around to watch your name on the credits.
Yeah. That's
And
real.
So that's what a lot of people's missing in this world. They,
Well, you know what? I say this all the time, and I'm going to just say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Life is like a motherfucking Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that you actually got on it is just ornaments. You know, nice job, nice car, nice house, whatever the fuck. Those are just ornaments. You take the ornaments off, it's still a fucking tree. And the problem is that a lot of motherfuckers just be ornaments in their own life and not the whole motherfucking tree. You know what I'm saying? They let the next motherfucker life be their life. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in your life right now, right? I only look at it like, okay, I'm just being a part of your life, and at the most, I could be a spinoff in your shit. I'm that motherfucker that, you know, and then it go into my show, like Different World to the Cosby Show.
Well, you should never hang out with someone. First of all, another thing, once you become a little bit successful, there's more opportunities than you could do. Mm-hmm. So you should always, like, you shouldn't hang out with no one that ain't gonna plug you in on something, right? That's just, that's life in the game. And like, the whole hype is they're all gonna tell you they're gonna plug you in. And the best part is, like you saying, like, yo, being the understanding what someone mean. Like, my dad told me the worst thing you could do is call a liar a liar. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, that's too much work. For the rest of his life, he's gonna be lying to you, trying to act like he's telling the truth, and it's gonna kill you because you done brought it to his attention. So now he's really gonna put 2 on the 10.
Yeah.
Instead of just knowing this motherfucker lying.
Yeah.
And don't call him out on it. Now he know he's lying because you was with him. When now he telling the story, you just looking at him like you ain't vouching for him, but you just looking like. And they be like, well, you was there. It's like, but I don't remember how that went down. Like on some player shit, and he's like, damn, I was lying. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Deez was there. And then now this motherfucker like can't wait to tell the truth one time. Like the motherfucker that get caught stealing can't wait to pull the lick off for everyone. Like, just understand, you got to let people do their biggest move for you, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, crackheads could do some amazing shit. I just ain't gonna trust my house with my kids. But
Exactly.
they painted my car, did upholstery, put the beat in, all that shit.
Put the beat in.
You know what I mean? They used to work on it. Like, for real, like my old school, I'm saying, like, yo, I could trust them with that.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, you know, a lot of people use people for talents they don't have, right? So
You know what? I wanted to get on. I was just going to bring that up, and I'm glad you said that. I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make just in life is like, okay, I'm going to hire this motherfucker because I love him because he make beats, but he might not even be the type of motherfucker to get the beats from because the beats just don't fit. Hiring motherfuckers just because they do shit, but the chemistry ain't there is something that people make a mistake.
And that's another reason why there ain't a lot of classics. It was impossible to record an album unless we was in a room together before. So
you say what? Say that one more time.
That's another reason why there's no more classics, like you said.
Okay.
Because back in the day, if you was on a song, you had to be in the room with me.
Yeah.
Every motherfucker on a Pac album was in the room with him.
Yes.
That creates a different environment. Every rock album, the whole band was in the fucking studio doing it. So in turn, it's like playing, it's like watching comedy by yourself. It could be funny as shit. And watching with your friends. You're you're enjoying it two different ways.
You're
By
right.
yourself, you're not laughing as hard as loud. With your friends, it brings it. And that's the part. Like, motherfuckers don't fuck with people. Like, chemistry is such a big part. Even people in your company, this motherfucker might be the best salesman in the world. But that don't mean that you want to hang out with him. Like real corporations, different departments don't hang out with each other, right? But this music business, entertainment, if you're independent, a lot of people have their friends that they like because they're working for free. So understand how a lot of these companies don't make it because a lot of friends are great friends, but they're not great workers, right? They're just in it for the bottles. They ain't in it to fucking go walk, get the money to buy the bottle, go walk and buy the bottle, bring it back, go get the ice. Oh shit, I forgot the cool. Go back. They're like, oh, I ain't going back to that store one more time, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how many people that we done took on the road that we had to send home on a Greyhound? Greyhound? Did I say Greyhound?
You say Greyhound.
Yeah, we fly somewhere and, oh, what? Oh, shit. You go back to the hotel. You're not coming to the show, one, and your ticket will be at the thing, dog.
What is the illest thing somebody got kicked off tour for? You don't have to say no names.
I mean, the illest thing is time. Thinking we're not leaving here, thinking we could wait, this bus could sit here or these cars could sit here and wait for you when we got to be in another city 10 hours away. Like, whatever it be, it's always not respecting everyone else's time. Whether it's my time or the whole group's time or whoever. You know what I mean? The only person that's allowed that is the reason we're there on tour. Mm-hmm. If you're not the reason, I don't give a fuck how big you are. If you're not the biggest, the one that they got, if you're not that guy, and we just having you on, you better be punctual. You better be acting like an intern out here, because we have hellish. If we just go to the different city and do the show and leave, we didn't accomplish too much. But if we go there and then we have planned shit, that's what we used to do, is plans. Like, okay, we're going to the mall from this time. We starting on this side. We walking all the way through. We talking to people, saying what's up. It was a movie. We pull up 7, 8 Mercedes. It's pulling up like movies. People like, damn, they moving. Like, that shit's dead. People ain't fucking with that. People don't even like their friends nowadays because they ain't got no friends. So that shit be hella phony. You know what I mean? Life be hella phony, bro. People hate their fucking life and can't wait to tell you why you should hate yours. Or if you got some magic like me, they want to tell me all the time how I should be using my magic.
That's crazy.
You've been wasting your magic with all that. You should be doing this. Like, okay. You didn't hear me once on this interview tell so I don't like them doing that, bro. I want everyone to do whatever the fuck they want to do. If you could find a way to eat off that, that's even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't fuck with it. There's certain people, certain personalities I don't fuck with. You a pedophile, some weirdo like that, I don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? If you think you're fresh and then you want to tell, I don't fuck with you. So those are the only two people on the planet I really don't fuck with. I got some murderers that would kill for me. And at the end of the day, it's like, I know some liars that wouldn't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? So like I judge a lot of people on how they treat the world that matters and how they treat me.
Speaking of personalities and shit like that, when you think about 3 artists coming out the Bay Area or Northern California, what 3 personalities stuck out to you the most?
What do you mean, in history?
Yeah, like as far as like people, you be like, man, that motherfucker, that's a unique motherfucker.
Paris,
okay.
Mac Dre. Keek the Sneak.
Keek the motherfucking Sneak.
Keek the Sneak, bro. Keek the Sneak got the most fans that don't know the words to his songs.
No shit.
On the planet.
No shit.
On the fucking planet.
No shit.
And the people and then when you nowadays online you go to Genius and these other places, what are the lyrics? And they don't even got the lyrics. That's the funniest shit in the world. When you know the lyrics and then like people are trying to type to me, you're like, that ain't what he said.
You know what's crazy? Because I sat there and first off, shout out to Sneak. Your birthday just passed about a week and a half or some shit like that ago.
Yeah, welcome home too, man. Motherfucker crazy. Thank God.
So his album, Sneakercidal, was one of my favorite albums to come out the Bay. And he got a song called Cool, Cool, Cool that he did over the Pink. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Cool.
I love that song. And out loud it sounds like this. But when you hear him in the earphones, he's saying 99 expeditions with the TVs in them. Everybody want to be on your team when you're winning. Or some shit like that. It made a lot much more sense when I heard that shit. Shout out to the Sneak. That motherfucker invented mumble rap.
I mean, but he was one of the first people to say, my rap ain't for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
My neighborhood understand me.
Yeah.
It's my slang. Like, why can't I rap in my language?
Yeah.
I think it's like, and that's why I named it one of the most unique and stand out. Like, bro, like, if you're not from the hundreds, like, you better at least be from East Oakland to halfway understand some of them slang words and things like that, and just and saying, no, this is what I do. We do this, and a lot of people forget how big the city of Oakland is and the influence they have on the world.
That's right.
And they overlook it. Mm-hmm. We became big because we cared about Oakland.
Yeah.
We cared about Oakland because we know everyone from Oakland got family in other parts of this world, and they all call it Oakland. The Oakland cousins to be like, oh, hold on, my Oakland, man, I can't wait to go see my cousin in Oakland. Oh, hold on, man, we're going to ball out in Oakland, man. Hold on, let me call him right now. Hold on, hey, shut be quiet, man. Hold on, man.
This the Oakland nigga.
Hold on, man. It's Joseph on the phone. Shut up, man.
Joseph.
Yeah, these punk-ass Fresno motherfuckers, bro, they tripping.
Oh, you said out of town. Why you want to stop so close to Fresno to roast?
I mean, I'm just anywhere, like just friendship and family live to talk shit.
For
Fresno
sure.
are my favorite cities.
Yeah.
We made more money in Fresno than almost any city on the planet.
Yeah.
I'll say that up right now. Fresno, where they never says no, like Fresno, and that's what Tech Nine and Andre Nicotina taught us, is like a lot of people don't fuck with these little cities. No one fuck with them. And then we could afford to start at one and drive to the next city.
Yeah. Because they're right there.
And, and stay at these little dirtbag hotels. Like when we started, dirtbag ass shit, dirtbagging. Mm-hmm. But what we knew is we look like stars when we show up.
Yeah.
And we knew that they ain't from around here. And then the brave one is going to be the loudest mouth dude. Like, who y'all, bro? What's going on?
Yeah.
Swear to God, knew that was you, dog. And this was before cell phones and paid. Like, just understand how hard it was. Like, and any kid that got any type of buzz or a little bit, and you do what I'm telling you right now, you'll be the biggest shit moving ever. You'll be the new person that they own. They ain't owned someone from Oakland since like Jay Stalin, Filthy Rich. Like that's like the newer generation that or all black.
I like all black.
I like them too, but I'm not talking about dope. I'm talking about how Oakland, like that's theirs. Like,
yeah.
And a lot of people skip their city and talk about my city haters. Why? If your city don't like you, how am I supposed to fucking like you, bro? That's crazy to me. Like, people you hang out with don't like you. I'm cool. I don't even know nothing about you, really.
Yeah.
Period. I don't. And to me, that's a big marker for me. Like, kid, one of the things when I used to fuck with artists, I'd be like, where you live at? They're like, yeah, I'll meet you at the restaurant. I'm like, nah, bro, I'll meet you in your hood. What's the hood? North Oakland? Yeah, I'm sliding up. What, 54? What are you talking about? Oh, Bushrod? Okay, I'm pulling up. Oh, hold on. What you mean? Oh, I gotta see if my grandma. I'm like, do you live in North Oakland or not? You know what I mean? Like, bro, this ain't for show. Because what's big to me, if your neighborhood love you, that's how tell me something, bro. If the people that hang out, that live around you don't like you, that's such a big thing to me. I do not want that uphill battle.
Yeah.
That's it. And, and that's a lot of people take that for granted, act like, oh, I don't need them. Yeah, you do. Otherwise, you might get lucky. There's a lot of people that play the lottery. How many win? Not even one person every week. So, like, just understand that. Everyone play it, though. So if you want to be one of those, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You have a shot at that. But if you do what I'm telling you about, you're sustaining a lifestyle that's going to only grow.
You know, it's crazy because to add on to that shit, when we were talking about people that was like entrepreneurs and shit like that, that was important. JT, the bigger figure, what he did with that Get Low Records, that shit was big. Essentially, he was damn near like on some Master P shit, kind of.
A lot of people don't know that JT and Master P got the deal the same day. The priority deal, they both got the same day.
Really?
And there's a reason why Master P did what he did and JT, incredible business mind. Lately, he's been kind of off his rocker, but he's done some amazing shit. Like his mind and the way he puts plays together, he's amazing at that.
Yeah,
you know, obviously how he signed Game, like all this shit. All this shit is like he sees shit early, put up the whole projects together, get the studio. Like he's very fucking smart at that shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't give him credit on that, but JT's a beast when it comes to that.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when the Game album, the documentary was finna come out, and did he release a project right?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get to that. What's crazy? So let me get back to JT Super Hustler, dude. We from the Bay Area. He's already put out independent albums. Master P from down south. He in Richmond. This is his first album he gonna put out. He get his deal, his real album that like he didn't put out independent albums. He put albums out and he was going around to the stores. He was the first one to understand the store game, the sound scan game. Right? So when they got their deals, JT went out and pre-sold his own record. He went and pressed the records Priority Records, pressed them himself, and went and sold the records to the record stores before the Priority dudes went to go sell the record. So he got in some beef with the label. He got a chance to still do a record or two, but they were like, that's why people don't fuck with the Bay. Like, we're so independent-minded and crazy with it, but that still funded everything. That little mix-up funded everything. Right, so the game thing, he find a Game. He let him sleep on the couch. He really's living in Hayward on Sean T's couch. Sean T lived in Hayward right at the time off Jackson. Game staying over there. JT over there. They getting some Sean T teaching Game how to rap. Game wasn't rapping. JT's like, bro, you taught, bro. People they're gonna like you, bro. You gotta learn how to rap. JT's to help him write raps. Sean T help him write raps. They in the room writing rap, dude. JT have him sign a little napkin, little thing, boom, 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 no problem. Then all of a sudden, Game get the deal. So Game go to L.A., back to where he's from, right, to go fuck with his brother and some other shit. He end up getting the deal with Dr. Dre, right, getting the deal, and Dre about to put out the record. And all of a sudden, like, JT like, damn, dog. At the time, I'm working at Showcase Magazine. Shout out Frank Herrera. You know what I mean? The CEO, co-founder of that. I was an editor over there. I'm working there. JT come through like, G, you see that Game shit? Bro, I'm on my way to go meet with Drake. I go, what? He goes, yeah, bro, I'm going to sell him I'm going to sell him my contract for 100 bands. I said, word, you about to come up? He was hella juiced, right? He went down to L.A. He come back about 4 days later, and he's like, G, that motherfucker didn't want to buy the album, bro. I'm like, no way. He's like, man, that shit suck. And he'd leave. 2 days later, he come back and he's like, gee, I got the illest idea. I'm like, what? He said, I'm going to sit back and let Dre do all this fucking promotion. And then I'm put my Game album out 1 week before. I go, what? He said, yeah, just use their money and shit. I'm just going to put, I said, oh shit. So the Game album come out, JT sell like 200,000.
Yep.
And then now that happened, and now Game's second album about to come out. You do it again. Same album, different color cover. He do it again. Another 180,000 records.
Game recognized Game in the Bay, man.
Insane, not so. But so that's like
that's crazy.
We got some incredible thinkers out here, right? Because we're especially when it comes to musically, right? So the reason is we never had a big outlet out here ever, right? Ever. Atlanta's had one, Memphis has had one, Tennessee's had one, Nashville, LA, New York, Miami. We've never in our life ever had any record labels with any statue coming out the Bay Area. So like there's no Universal Records, none of that shit over here ever. Mm-hmm. So we actually figured like we started learning our own shit, and that in turn made us think that I understand this, and that's why a lot of people didn't take deals that had deals because they didn't understand it. And a lot of people are like, well, if I did that, I would have to get my publishing. I'm like, well, you didn't even do no records, so what does it matter?
Yeah.
You didn't even do no record since then. And I get it. My hype is, you know, you got to Spike Lee your way out the deal. You know what I mean? You got to find a way on the set and find a way where it'd be irreplaceable. And then now there's negotiation stats. Like, and that's all. And there's a lot of people that say, I'd rather make 100% of this pie. And my daddy taught me earlier, there's a difference between a grape and an elephant, G. Do you want 100% of this grape? Or you want 10% of the elephant?
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh, shit. And you have to be smart enough as an entrepreneur, a music guy, to understand the value of everything that's going on. Right? Conversation rules the nation. You can't fall in love with someone's pitch or the rhythm of speak on what they say can happen, because anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day is that person willing to do that for you?
Yeah.
Right? And that's a lot of people mix up like, oh, I want to be on Empire Records. Yo, dope. But where is their attention going to be? You know what I mean? Like, yo, if I'm not the number 5 top 10 artist on the label, I'm gonna slip through the cracks unless I create my own buzz.
Yeah.
So understanding that, the value you bring to something and what they could actually do for you.
So what is your advice that you got for a young upcoming artist? Just do your own thing, get your numbers up, and let the motherfuckers come look for you?
If you want that. So I just know that before I took a girl to the prom, I wanted every girl to like me at school.
Okay.
So imagine how much you worth if you're becoming who you are and there's a bidding war out there, or a motherfucker, you go to one label and you talk about I went there, now another label's like, oh, hold on, I want to fuck with that. Now you got all these people wanting to fucking be a part of that. And now you could either do that or now you could do your own thing, and now people are looking at you different. Right? So just know the work involved of being independent too. Right? Saying that's the best way to go. But you can't do that by yourself and be the star and everything. It's impossible to do it all right. You know what I mean? You can do it independently, but to actually get some growth where you can feed your family and like leave legacy type shit, it's like you need at least three to 5 people around you constantly going after shit. You need like 4 Gary Archers. You need someone that knows all he knows is college radio. All this person knows, all he knows is all the biggest Spotify, who owns the biggest Spotify channels, and he knows them by name. And it can start with, I know no one at Spotify. And this is what people fucking don't understand. These phones, you can find anything out on the planet. But they don't want to take the time. Like I said earlier, they don't want to build the boat. They just want to ride on it. 4th of July, they're like, bro, you skiing this weekend? But when I was building the boat in the driveway, he was laughing at me. And that's what people do. They laugh at people's dreams. And then once someone else tells them about it, oh, it's big, now they're going to tell you, oh, I always knew. And you got to know the difference, right? And that's all. That's why people say, I wish I'd have got a real serious chick before I became famous. It's hard to tell the difference. And know that there's a lot of great actors out there, and they could play the role forever. Forever, until they have to take the stand like Tekashi. Like,
Damn.
it's real easy to be a tough guy in a movie, right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm from, like, there was a new kid in school that wanted to fight the toughest guy. I didn't know who he was yet. Like, my name's Mike. Who's the toughest guy up here? I'm whooping his ass today. Because he walk around want to be the king of the school. And and those are the people I align myself with. Not people that want to kick people's asses, but just want to be the greatest. And they're willing to debate for it. They're willing to lose for it. They're willing to be embarrassed for it. You know what I mean? That's all, willing to strike out to hit. And if you ain't willing to do that, to me, it could luck into something, but not serious.
Yeah.
Because you'll never know how you even did it.
Yeah, that's the same thing my professor was talking about. He said something along the lines that the best success comes from people that fail and do the wrong thing, because if you do the wrong thing, you could at least study what you didn't do to get right. Because on a test, you could do the wrong thing and get that right. Like, you could, on a multiple choice, you could mark something and get it right, but you won't even know how you got the motherfucking answer.
Absolutely. And, you know, and that's why there's a whole generation of mothers that did their kids' homework. And
What?
And they dumb as fuck right now. The kids is dumb as fuck because their mom would have make sure that nowadays even, like, not like my little niece's friends, I was over there and the mom was, I was like, what you doing? They don't want to be up at parent-teacher night being embarrassed of their dumbass kid. Back in the day, our parents didn't give a fuck about it. We ain't going to that fucking school. Got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Now it's like a social event. Oh, my kid's the smartest. And
Yeah.
So instead of letting their kid become the fucking smartest, they cheating the game. You know what I mean? Like, you see, they see these rich people about to go to jail for fucking sneaking over the SAT test or acting like they're a professional rower. Like, this whole world is manipulation.
Yeah.
And I just know if you could find a way to get through it without manipulating, you're living life. Like, successful means owning your seconds. It's not millions and millions and millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. It's deciding what you do at every minute of the day. Do anything that you could create that. You know what I mean? It's okay to have a job, but like doing your job so then when you're off your job, you don't dread going back to your job.
Gotcha.
You don't got to love everything you do, but you got to respect everything in your life. Put it in some sort of order if you want to be successful. Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. If you aim for nothing, you'll hit it every time.
Yeah.
And these are things people don't understand. They're just going to wish themselves somewhere, wish sandwich. And just talk about, oh, if we did. It's like the lottery, right? What if people say, oh, man, if I win this money, hold on, man, let me look out. Oh, yeah, I'm buying this car. Oh, when I get big, oh, you know I'm dope. And that's the game now.
Yeah.
And some of those stick.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying like that. I treat it just like if if I make sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the best fucking sandwich maker, at least at my work.
Yeah.
And then while I'm there, I'm looking around to find a way one day I get a sandwich shop if I really like making sandwiches. Like, you should never be nowhere and not try and learn everyone's job at the fucking spot. Like, a lot of people hate Mondays, bro. Like, they're like, Monday my favorite fucking day.
Yeah.
My favorite fucking day. Because the whole world ain't tired of everyone yet.
Yeah.
My whole life's dependent on other people. And these other people are caught up in this whirlwind. And that's why, as an artist, it's easy to intercept that. People hate their life. They're going through life with their head down.
Yeah.
It's okay to tap someone on the shoulder and be like, oh, shit, man? Give someone a little love, a little juice, and watch what it do, man.
Yeah.
You could plug extension cords all the way across the country, man. You're going to walk around with your extension cord and not plugged in. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
You could be the hottest out.
That's funny, though, because nowadays, you know what I'm saying, like, the game, like, the rap game, do they frown down upon, like, people that say hello to people and shit like that, or is it tough guy central now?
They just don't know. So it's what they see in movies is the tough guy don't have to talk. Okay, I don't have to talk. These phones made it where I don't have to have a conversation no more. Mm-hmm. I could sit back and think about it. I could type a couple words. I could erase it, retype it. To all this little getting prepared for the conversation instead of having a conversation. So now people aren't going to get themselves accidentally into a conversation if, like, they're not going to lead the conversation. People will say hello back. It's all on energy. I'm sure you get a lot of hellos back.
Yeah, definitely.
Because your energy. Mm-hmm. Your energy breathes it. And like I said, they hate their fucking life. They're like, what the fuck? He's so high. What's up, dog? What, okay? And they get the little, okay.
Yeah.
And that's how I became Gary Archer on top of this music shit. I run around and meet normal-ass people at gas stations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pumping gas, they pumping gas. I turn around like this, D. Oh, that's crazy, dog. I thought you were my partner, Mark. Dude, what's your name? You're like, LDs. I'm like, okay. I see you. You got an Instagram? Man, I'm going to follow you. And I said, Gary Archer, Oakland. I turn around, get in the car. I don't have to say nothing. And now these people hunt me down like, bro, you fucking dude, I've seen your Instagram, bro. That you, though. Oh, man, hold on. Me and my friends.
That's real.
And the whole hype is like, you gotta give people some show and tell money. If you're an artist, if you're a business, I don't care what you do. If there's no reason to talk about it, you're not going to be successful. And just people forget that all the time.
Yeah.
They'll have a show and they'll be doing their raps or singing. They'll be like, no, hold on, man. Y'all hella weak out there. I'm like, man, it's never the audience's fault that they not entertained. You know what I mean? And they ain't laughing at your jokes. It's never their fault. And that's all I'm trying to tell people, bro. If you that great, what the fuck? Maybe people don't understand it yet, so you got to be able to fight through that shit.
Yeah.
There's no reason to pay attention yet. I didn't come to see your weak ass. I came to see the person after you. You just happen to be on the stage. Why should I pay attention? Because you want me to. And people feel like, oh, they supposed to. And that's the problem. People have a big show. They don't want to be out in the crowd. They want to be backstage. Dude, it's the first time you backstage. Okay, I get it. Come on. Imagine being up front before you go on talking to people, just meeting people like this crazy and act like you kind of jazzed up. Like, I'm performing tonight. This is crazy. You going to be here? Okay. Boom, boom, LDs. I'll be on a little later. Oh, for real? Yeah. And then let everyone meet about 30 people. And then let them all see you walk backstage now. Like, oh, fool, he really is backstage.
Yeah.
Build your story. Be a movie. Like, he's like, oh, hold on. Now you go on there and then come back out. And now they got 4 or 5 friends with him. Like, bro, this dude, we just told you I met, because you on stage, you're like, bro, that's the dude. You gotta if you ain't giving people that no matter what you do, you can sell cars. If people ain't talking about how good it is to buy a car from you, bro, you're not gonna sell too many cars.
They're gonna be like, oh, that motherfucker L.
Just know that,
anyone
could sell what someone wants.
That's right.
Can you tell me what I don't want and I didn't realize I wanted it?
Yeah, dope sell itself.
Exactly. So music, ain't no one woke up today saying, I hope I hear a brand new song today. I hope I hear my new favorite song today. I'm tired of my old favorite song. Ain't no one saying that shit.
So nowadays, do you think the music is sold by the motherfucking eye, though? Like, people gotta, like, how much more is what the visual is than what it sound like? Is it the same? Like, if I look on TV and I see the video that's just so captivating, does the music matter?
It helps me like the music for sure. And that's why I preach, go show when you show them your movie. That's like a music video. No one had music videos back in the day, so there was no way of seeing you perform.
Okay, this is what I want to know. It's 3 motherfucking things going on. It's the video, the lyrics, and the beat. What are the 2 most important?
Beat in the video.
The beat and the motherfucking video.
When it comes to public initially liking you. Niche fan base, then I'm going to say it's the lyrics and the video.
Mm-hmm.
But to get that person that wasn't going to listen to your song, it's going to have to be the video and the beat, because what you're saying don't matter yet. There's a lot of people got to understand that people fall in love like with songs, but they fall in love with a part of a song first. Oh, this is my favorite part right here.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people don't make songs thinking of that. I got to create a couple favorite parts in here for people, right? And I get it. Then you're not. I just saying there's a writing process, there's a process of understand why we're recording this record. And you have to find a way to get that across, not just because it rhymes, not just because it came out your mouth. It's got to feel authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be messed up. And I just think people underthink or overthink what's going on.
So do you think that it's always been like that, or did it become like that?
Never. At first, it was definitely lyrics and beat because there was no videos.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't like I could watch videos at my house. There was no videos until Yo MTV Raps.
Uh-huh.
And the box came out, right? That's why the box was so fucking big, right? Because I got to see the songs I already knew. Because if I never heard of you, I'm not paying the box to play your video.
That's right.
Hear me? So like back then, now people don't understand, YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet.
What's the first?
Google.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
Google first, and then YouTube is the second most used search engine on the planet. So just understand that a lot of people, and people that are serious about their music, are people that got a couple dollars. They're not going to YouTube that often no more. Now they're just on their Spotify with their favorite shit and showing up to concerts and shit like that. But if you're trying to new audiences and grab this core, I'm going to say 8 to 25, YouTube's a giant deal for you to break in, right? So just understand, no matter how old you are, like it just because niche people watch YouTube too. So if you're a niche artist or do something like those, you have that group of people. But just a normal just rapper dude from Oakland, it's rough. It's rough, but definitely better than being from another city no one heard of.
Good.
So when you're on YouTube, people don't use the description enough, don't realize the whole world's looking at this. You don't get a chance to introduce your song. You don't get a chance to say, a lot of shit. So you want to be authentic and you want to make sure your shit sound good, okay? Because you don't get a chance to introduce and be like, I recorded at my homie house and my friend mixed it. Check it out. My new single. Like, that can't be your new single if that's the case. That's all I'm saying. Like, people sell it like weak dope. Back in the day, weak dope, they'd be like, bro, this is the best dope you ever had. Like, tricking people, the trick. Just like when CDs, before it turned MP3s, there was a hustle, I'm out there selling my CD. Which hurt it for people that really was dope trying to get heard. Yeah. Because it turned into, ask the question that no one wants to answer again. Hey, you like music? What kind of fucking stupid question is that? Of course I do. All right, check this out. And they're like selling blank CDs almost. Like, I'm like, I can sell a blank CD to someone. And I think that shit is crazy right there.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you this last question before we wrap it up. When we were talking about the game and JT the Bigger Figure, right? Didn't the game kind of benefit, though, too? When JT dropped the album, because it was like he had like more albums on his belt?
No, it would matter now because I could sit in my bedroom like Quad High just said. Search Quad High on Spotify and everything I have comes up.
Gotcha.
Back then, it wasn't all. You know what I mean? It didn't help him any.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm saying. And just know that a lot of people that bought that album thought it was the Dr. Dre album. They wasn't saying, "Can I get the Dr. Dre album?" They walk in a couple days early and be like, "Hey, you got the new Game album yet?" Yep, it's right there. It's right there. That's that. JT benefited off that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
But later on now,
I don't even know if he owns it. I think JT probably still own it.
gotcha.
Like JT a beast.
Yeah.
And JT's not a snake. He just knows no one reads the paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he run around selling Snoop verses for 10 bands and people are like, and they sell like 30 of them.
Snoop verses.
He sell 30 of them. And then people start putting records out and they're like hitting him like, bro, so-and-so got my fucking Snoop verse. Why would you do that? And he's like, open up your contract, dog. What does it say? Non-exclusive. What does non-exclusive mean, dude? That means anyone. Like, stop it, dude. You think you get a Snoop verse for fucking $10,000, bro? Get the fuck out of here. Snoop's like $100,000. And that's so people associated that with shit. And basically, no, like Game needed somewhere to stay. Game was like I don't know. JT's like Big Red from Five Heartbeats.
Okay, look. And this is a question I definitely wanted to ask you before we wrap this.
But he helped a lot of people in the process.
So, manager. When you think of managers being hardcore on that side of the fence, Ike Turner, Joe Jackson, Suge Knight. Rank them.
Joe Jackson's the hardest.
Joe Jackson's the hardest. Why would you say that?
Because he was beating his kids into stardom. Ike was pimping. So he did his pimping style on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Suge really didn't have to beat no one up. Suge was Suge, and he had a gang around him that kind of took care of a lot of shit. But Joe slept, lived with these kids and saying everyone's getting up, practicing until 3 a.m, get up, go to school. I don't give a shit.
Would you say that he was still a good dad?
Incredible dad. I'm saying incredible dad. Like, I used to get beat too, but I deserved most of them. Some was out of ordinary, but now that I'm older, I'm mad about shit I shouldn't be mad about sometimes. So I get it. Yeah. My dad was on cocaine and shit. Like, fuck. I probably should have got beat more, right? Like, I probably made him hella nervous. I got hella energy, right? He's like, this motherfucker don't slow down right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just, so like, that's my tweak.
For sure. So now that we out of this motherfucker, G, why don't you tell him to get that Gauger, spit that spiel real quick.
Yeah, you know, it's your boy Gary Archer, man. Make sure you download the app, Gauger app, Gaugr. It's in both app stores. You know, and make a profile for now. If you want to gauge some music, go ahead. You want to put your music up, go ahead. But just know in the next month or so, you'll start to be able to gauge your favorite businesses. From restaurants to cannabis to strains to anything you think about is about to move. The movie's about to start. There's been hella pre-production on these motherfuckers. The IP is so many right now. And I'm just letting you know that we from here, we from the ground up. The ground up. So when you see the shit we about to do, this Steve Jobs shit we about to do, this Mark Zuckerberg shit, just know it's people from your neighborhood that's doing it. No Harvard graduates. We really doing it. And I need y'all. Y'all believe in it. It costs you nothing to believe it. That's all I'm saying. I know fear and faith both require the same attribute. You got to believe in something. Pick what you do. Have some faith in something. At least I'm not going to let it fail in their face so you have a chance to believe in this your whole life. Like Santa Claus. You ain't not going to believe it when you don't believe and you tell someone, guess what? The moment you say you don't believe in Santa Claus, your Christmases suck.
That's right. Any shout out you want to give in this motherfucker? Yeah,
man. Shout out Famadelic. Shout out L Deezy. You know what I mean? Shout out everyone, you know, creating a platform for people to get this knowledge off. Shout out, you know what I mean? Mr. Fab, Mac Dre, Mac Wanda, Johnny Cash, Pretty Black, like the Mob, Jacka, Hustler, like my whole family, D-Ray, my crazy wife, the sharpshooter. She shoots rappers, but they live forever. You know what I mean? Just some ill-ass shit. Respect the shooter. Follow her on Instagram. I saw D-Ray. You know what I mean? Like we fixtures from this neighborhood. If you need anything I could help, I'm here for y'all. But I ain't letting no one waste my time. Especially no bullshit. You got a dream? Man, they call me the hope dealer in Oakland, man.
Well, you know what? That's my motherfucking co-host, because the nigga definitely had a whole bunch to say, and I fuck with him on that, G.
Man, I appreciate it for real, man. Shout out Steve, man. Steve put this together for me, man.
Shout out
One
that
love.
nigga Ice City, man. You know what I'm saying? Expensive Stay Splash Gang. You know what I'm saying? And
Come on.
Quad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm LD's, also known Party Boy Lawrence, for another episode I Need to Know. Come on, you know what I want.
Need to know what really makes you go. I need to know what really makes you go. I was so happy when I met you on a fluke, on a fluke.